Intellic Integration is hiring. Take 0. So we're going to try something different. So one of the most challenging things in being a forward-thinking industry leader is attracting new talent. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to our network, and we're going to try and find our future teammates and partners through our digital network, as opposed to going through the traditional route. So the good news is that Intellic and 4.0 Solutions, we are hiring. And by hiring, I mean we are recruiting teammates, which is really what we're doing. So I'm just going to quickly go through what we're looking for when we try to attract new talent. Let me start by saying working at Intellic Integration or 4.0 Solutions is not like working at any other company. You can find the video. There's a video on our LinkedIn channel that is a letter from the president, which is me, which kind of outlines what it is like to work for Intellic or 4.0 Solutions or any of our other companies. So to get started, I'm just going to go over how is Intellic built. So we're values based. Every company has values. We really live by ours. So we have 5 core values: transparency, authenticity, expertise, humility, and servant leadership. Transparency means that we share everything with one another. That means every member of our team has access to our financial documents, our customers. If they want to know what kind of margin we're getting on our projects, we tell them. We literally share all information within the organization that we are not legally bound to keep secret. So there are some HR things we can't share, obviously, but I would say transparency is probably the most difficult adjustment for anyone who comes to work here. So it's very important that people understand what our values are. So number 1, we're fully transparent. Number 2, authenticity. Authenticity means that we are who we are, and there's no expectation that people are going to be someone that they're not. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. We try to create an environment where people can be themselves. And that means that the expectation is that we are professional when we are with our clients. We're brain surgeons, and so we act like brain surgeons when we're talking to our clients. But within our work environment, we are free to be who we are. That's authenticity. We don't pretend to be someone we're not. Expertise means that we hire, we cultivate, and we create experts. And then we send those experts to solve problems that other people can't solve. We never cross our fingers when we send someone on site. We never cross our fingers when we give someone a project. We are the experts, and we act like it. Humility is we understand what we're good at, and more importantly, what we're not good at, and we surround ourselves with the people who are good at those things. And then servant leadership means that we answer to a higher power. We are driven by something other than money, and as leaders, we serve. We go down with the ship. And that doesn't mean just the leaders in the organization, but when we're leading a project. We're mission driven. Our mission is to help save and create middle-class jobs in the United States. That's literally our mission. We delight the client, and we always put the client's best interests first. Again, these are literally how the business is run. And one of the things that we can tell when people come to work here is that they are used to companies giving them their values and their mission, and ultimately believing that it's not real, that it's bullshit. Here it is not. This is literally how we operate. We believe in the concept of shared burden and shared reward. What that means is that we're very egalitarian in our pay. 50% of what the money that everyone makes within the organization is their base salary, and the other half of it is totally based on contribution. If we ever go into a downturn, everyone's going to take a huge pay cut, and we're not going to lay anybody off. Everyone is going to stay with the organization. We use the new core model. And then when things are turning and burning, everyone is making a lot of money. We operate in uncharted territory. We are an Industry 4.0 systems integrator. We are not an Industry 3.0 systems integrator. What does that mean? We don't build panels, we don't focus on design, and we don't focus on PLC HMI. That doesn't mean that we don't write PLC programs and we don't build HMIs, but that isn't our core business. Most of the projects that we have, there's no roadmap to complete them. There isn't another example in the industry. For a lot of times we are working in the MES ERP cloud layer. We're starting with SCADA, but we're primarily working in the MES ERP cloud layer. That is the business applications layer. So from execution all the way up to machine learning and artificial intelligence. We operate in uncharted territory. We are forward thinking. What does that mean? It means that we are not looking to perfect any one methodology. We are looking for the best methodology, and that includes leveraging cutting edge technology, maybe technology that's brand new and right off the shelf. All right, what do we need in a new teammate? So right now we're looking for juniors, engineers, seniors. The titles are very unimportant. We believe in the concept of filling the vacuum here. So when someone comes to work at Intellic or 4.0 Solutions, they really create the career that they're looking for. We expect our teammates to tell us what they want to do, what types of stuff they love to do, and then our sales staff sell to those strengths and to those desires. So this stuff is a lot less important. When you're interviewing with other integrators, a lot of times they're looking for a very specific role. They have a very specific set of skill sets they're looking for. We're looking for the right people rather than skill sets. And then we're going to develop the people into the skill sets we want them to have, because again, we operate in uncharted territory. So what do you need to have if you're going to work for Intellic Integration or 4.0 Solutions? Number one, you got to be resilient. There are two types of people in the world. There are people who get punched in the mouth, they fall down, they curl up in the fetal position, and they cry. There are people who get punched in the mouth, they get up, they dust themselves off, and figure out how not to get punched in the mouth again. You could call that glass half full, glass half empty. We are looking for resilient people, glass half full people, people who run into a challenge and recover quickly. They make mistakes, they correct those mistakes, they recover quickly. Ready, fire, aim. Driven. This is what we do. This is our life's work. This is not a job. We're looking for someone we are looking for the people who say, this is who I am. Systems integration, solving problems, running into the fire when everyone else is running out. That's who I am at my core. It's what I do. On the weekends, I do hackathons. I'm always tinkering on the weekends. Those are the type of people that we're looking for. We're not looking for people who are looking for a job. Out of the box thinkers. What does that mean? We want people who approach every problem with an open mind. They approach every problem and they're looking for optimal solutions as opposed to the most expedient solution. That's an out of the box thinker. That's the person who can architect a solution, ask questions. Maybe this isn't the best way to do this. Maybe produce and consume tags inside the PLC is not the best approach here. Maybe we should use a web service to handle transmission of data and confirmation of data. We're looking for people who run into the fire when everyone else is running away. We're looking for people who have a proven track record of snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, and we're looking for visionaries. Okay. These are the things we have to have. The person's got to have all these. If you're going to fit in this team, if you're going to fit into the type of projects that we do, then these have to be your core attributes. Things that we want. We want people who have experience developing with Ignition. We want people who have experience developing with Python. Obviously, people who've worked with SQL, APIs and web services, PLC, HMI, SCADA, MQTT, IIoT, .NET, Java, Agile Project Management, MES, and Business Intelligence. There's a whole other wants. The point is, none of this stuff's important. If you have these 6 characteristics and you want to make this your life's work, then we're going to teach you all this stuff. Okay. You'll notice there's nothing on here about your degree. The reason why is some of the greatest systems integrators I've ever met had degrees in English. So obviously, we want to see that you have a proven educational background, but your specific degree means nothing to us. That means nothing to our clients. We're operating in a space that in a space in the market where there just is no one else, and we have to build the A team to be able to solve the types of problems we're tackling. Over here, what I have are basically there's 4 levels in our organization, in any of our organizations. We have juniors, we have mids, we have seniors, and we have partners. What we're really looking for is somebody who will come on board thinking that they want to be partner. That's what we want. We want everyone to strive to ultimately be a partner in the organization. Everyone has shared burden, shared reward. What does that mean? It means that everyone gets a piece of every billable hour that they bill. We share 15% of the net profit twice a year with the team split evenly. So we take in May and in December, we take 15% of net profit and we split it evenly. A number of employees, bulk of money, number of employees divided, and cut the checks. It's a completely shared burden, shared reward concept. We expect the team members to come up with ideas for new products, new ways to go to market with new software products, hardware products, or even new ways of skinning the cat when it comes to systems integration. We use SaaS modeling for selling our engineering time. We have clients who just have us on retainer and pay X every month for a certain number of hours, and we just work on random projects for them. And that idea came from one of the engineers. So we are not convinced that the way we do things is right. We just believe that it's right for right now, and we're looking for great ideas. That's what we want, type of people who inject great ideas. But we want people who are coming in who are not looking to come in at 8 a.m., leave at 4 p.m., Monday through Friday. And when they're at work, they're at work. And when they're at home, they're at home. We're not looking for that. We're looking for people who think a little differently. We want people who think, I want to be partner. And we literally want everyone in our organization to be partner. So what these categories here are pretty simple. All of our engineers get paid two ways. We all have a core base salary. It's the same one that I have. Every engineer, every software developer has the same base salary. You do get raises on your base salary. Cost of living goes through the base salary. And then everyone gets paid a bonus on every billable hour that they bill. So if you can bill the same hour twice, that is, you're developing one functionality for two projects, then you get paid your hourly bonus two times. And it happens a lot. We actually do a lot of parallel development. So junior engineers get X, engineers get X plus 50%, senior engineers get 2X of what the junior engineer gets, and the partner gets 3X of what the junior engineer gets in terms of their hourly bonus. In terms of their hourly bonus, there's no limit to the amount of money that anyone can make within the organization. It's actually, the business is actually structured so that if the engineer is making a lot of money, then our clients are incredibly happy. We'll never have a scenario where our clients have been displeased and our engineers are making a lot of money. It just doesn't work that way. All right, so we are hiring. We are hiring for all levels. I'll tell you the difference between juniors, engineers, and seniors. A junior can't take a project from cradle to the grave at all. They're going to be support, and we call these apprentice engineers, and that means they're always working with either an engineer or a senior, shadowing them. The expectation is that a junior is going to go from junior to engineer in less than 6 months. So they may not even bill for the first 3 months, and then they'll get involved in projects, but only projects that are being led by a senior. And then they'll become an engineer within 6 months. Engineers can take small projects cradle to the grave. They start getting involved in project management. Our engineers do the project management. We don't have PMPs here. It's a profession for construction industry. It really isn't appropriate for what we do. So our engineers actually lead the projects. An engineer can take a small project cradle to the grave, and they can do small project management, but they can't do a really big project. A senior engineer can take a stack of papers, a bunch of conversations that the business development staff had with a customer, a purchase order, and they can turn that into a finished solution. And that solution could be anywhere in this stack. So that's what our seniors are. Partners have skin in the game. Actually, everyone has skin in the game, but partners really have skin in the game. That is, partners are expected to work 7 days a week, and we're always working. Basically, is how the partner goes. There's no limit to who can be a partner. It's really a matter of want and desire. It's not a good old boys club. So anyway, we are hiring. We are looking for the right people, not necessarily the right skills. So if what I put on the board is interesting to you and you'd be interested in either relocating to Dallas, or you live in a city that has direct flights to DFW and you'd be okay coming to Dallas 1 week a month for 5 days, then you could join us and telecommute from anywhere in the world, actually. But you do have to be able to get here on a direct flight, and so you could fly on a Monday morning and fly back on a Friday afternoon. Um, Please send us an email. You can either DM me or you can send an email to the human resource manager, which is Tonya, and it's tonya.reynolds at intellicintegration.com. Intellic Integration.com. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to hear your ideas. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we look forward to talking to people.